Welcome back. I guess all of my intro videos are going to be from this location. I guess we could call this the headquarters, where I most feel comfortable talking at my desk in front of my computer, and here I am again. I wish I could say that this video is going to start on a super happy note, but I can't start this video with addressing what's happening to my beautiful country, Venezuela. With everything that is going on, I feel like I would do it a disservice if I don't shed some light to what's going on right now in it. And I've been very vocal about it on my Instagram account, but I also want to be very vocal and share my thoughts here in this platform. So I was born and raised in Venezuela until the age of 6 before my parents decided to move here to the US in 1990. Even though I am mostly American, because imagine so many years here, I am still very much Venezuelan in my blood and in my heart. Okay, I speak, write, read fluently Spanish. I have my accent, even though it's not so strong, but I do have my Venezuelan accent. I love and eat Venezuelan foods. I live in the most Venezuelan part of Miami. Even my kid, when I got married, my ex-husband is Venezuelan as well. So my kid, even though she wasn't born there, she's 100% Venezuelan. So what is going on to me matters on a personal level, but also matters in a very humane level, right? Like I don't want to see anyone in this world suffering for any injustice. I don't want to see people being persecuted. I don't want to see people not being able to speak and have differences of opinions and being respected for it. I am very much a humanitarian and I stand by everyone, right? So what's happening on right now, it makes me very, very, very sad. I haven't been back to Venezuela since I was 16 years old. When we moved over from the US, obviously moving to a new country where you don't really know anyone, where you don't even speak the language well, is impactful. My parents left and, we were a very limited income family. So, to the point that some Christmases, fellow church members gave us Christmas gifts for the kids and gave us a Christmas tree because my parents couldn't afford it. So we hardly ever took vacations, but the very few times that we took vacations, my parents sent us to Venezuela to go visit my grandmother, my cousins, my dad's side of the family that was there. And honestly, those are some of the fondest memories I have of my childhood. I remember how they would just take us to Caracas, to Comadre del Tuy, where my grandmother lives. And I just had like the best time. And I haven't been there in over, 24 years. And so I do have the fondest memories of visiting there. And it really hurts me to see the people suffering, their voting rights being revoked, their freedom of speech being removed, being persecuted, being killed because of their difference, and what they want is different than what's going on there right now with the government. And I just want to address that if there's anything that you guys can do, spread the voice, write to your senators, share what you see your content on Instagram. Knowledge is power, and the more people that know, right now the world has so many problems in so many places, and just the fact that Venezuela's problems right now has the eyes and the attention of the rest of the world, and we really need it because we need all the help that we can get. So I really wanted to take a moment to talk about this, and I would love to see my country be at peace again, be democratic. I would love to take my daughter to go visit for the first time ever. She's never been. Also, her dad is from Maracaibo. I've never been to Maracaibo. I would love for her to see that part of Venezuela as well as my part of Venezuela, and go discover other places that we haven't been. And I just want my country, fellow countrymen and women, to just live in peace, have, a living wage for them that's acceptable, have food, just human rights, like the kids to go back to school, to people to be safe, for family members that were forced to leave to come back. I really want that. So I am just asking you guys to please, if you want to help, spread the word. There are sites where you can donate money for the cause. There's just so many ways to help. Even your prayers at this point, they're so powerful, and every person counts. Everyone thinks that I'm just one person, what does it matter? You know what? One person, then it's a lot of people, right? So I really am asking you to keep Venezuela in your prayers, and anything that you can do to help, from the bottom of my heart, we all appreciate it. Guess what's in this box? Or was in this box? Or just arrived? Ba-bam! This wasn't cheap, you guys. This wasn't cheap. But because I am doing so much to preserve my hair, to make it grow healthy, long, and luscious, I had to invest in such a tool. This is going to work lovely because of the keratin treatment that I had. It's not going to be so much heat on my hair. And I can curl, I can straighten, I can do it all in one. And I can't wait to try it. So back in 2020, during the pandemic, I had gotten one. And if you guys know me, you know that I had one. But I sold it. I sold it on OfferUp because it wasn't working as well. I think it was like the first edition, so it wasn't working as well as I would have liked it to work. And on top of that, I didn't have a keratin treatment, so my hair still looked pretty frizzy. And so I sold it. I said it doesn't work. But now, guys, that I have the keratin treatment and my hair is practically straight already as it is, I'm kind of excited to try this all over again. The first edition had like the wands that you had to switch, like 4 different wands, and you had to switch one side to one side. This one, you just keep one wand and then the air just automatically switches on its own. So, second time, but different results I'm expecting, different. My best friend and I decided to have a date night. And this date night took us to Wynwood. It was a spontaneous decision, but we wanted to go to the Balloon Museum, and it is in Wynwood. Usually we feel very old being in Wynwood because the crowd is so much younger and so much different than us, but it's a cool place to visit if you haven't been there yet. Is this so people know that I go out and I'm not just recording all the time in my house? And I actually do a little bit of Miami. We decided to walk around and grab some drinks beforehand and have a little appetizer since we were early and the tickets were not till later. And we stumbled upon this place called Joey's Italian whatever. Oh my God, the drinks were good. It was happy hour and we were happy. We got the last tickets of the night, which is at 8 p.m. And honestly, I highly recommend it because there is no crowd following you after, so they're not rushing you through the thing. You have time to take pictures, and it was the best choice ever. The tickets were $39 each plus tax, and even though it is pricey, the exhibit is really good and extremely interactive, so I highly recommend it. Apparently, you're not supposed to swing these balls like that. That's not the purpose of the exhibit. You're supposed to bounce them like I'm currently doing there. So in this portion, they actually give you disposable shoe covers and you have to wear them for the rest of the exhibit. We didn't get a chance to play with the big balls. We let the kids handle it, but it was a good opportunity to take pictures with these graffiti walls. I feel like this room is like one of the most famous Instagrammable rooms ever. It was perfect lighting. The balls were great. I was telling Rosana that I wonder if this is what our intestine looks like. I mean, it was just moving up and down and wiggling, and it was just weird. I didn't get the point. So you know when they're giving directions and instructions, that means you're going to a fun place where you can actually hurt yourself. As you walk with the shoe covers, it's extremely slippery. This was also a very Instagrammable spot. They start a show with the screen and the balls light up in the sky, and it's really cool. And here's me being an idiot. Then you walk into a bubble room that smells really funny, and my friend didn't like it, but you get to take off your shoes after. Guys, after the ball pit, this is also one of my favorite rooms to play in. I had so much fun. I was like a little kid. It's a wind tunnel. There's balloons going everywhere that light up different colors, and it just felt so magical. We are coming towards the end. There's a room after this with a VR machine, and then where you can take all the Instagram pictures. And welcome to my hotel room in Baltimore for the night. It is beautiful, large. I love the wallpaper. But unfortunately, I must have brought some of that Miami rain with me because, ta-da, it's followed me all the way up here and I can't go exploring. You guys see this bathroom? So that's the concept I want for the showers in my house. I don't want a full glass wall. I just want a partial one. And I just like the whole look of this bathroom and feel. Hello from not so sunny Baltimore. Do you guys know that this is the first time that I come to Baltimore and it's raining? It is like the same weather that is in Miami that I left, and it's here. And I am starving. I haven't eaten anything since this morning, and it's like 5 something, and I kind of want to go out and go to a restaurant by myself because I've never been here, right? I want to explore. But at the same time, it's raining, so should I order in? Should I, get hotel room service? I don't know what I want to do. I kind of want to go out and explore, but as I show you in this picture, it doesn't look like an exploring day. So I'm going to see what I do. I'm going to Google and see if there's something really good with really great ratings that maybe might motivate me to go out a little bit. We'll see. So the weather let up and I was able to take an Uber to Nick's Fish House. I had researched it on Yelp. It had good reviews, but I also remembered someone that I know recommended, so I checked it out. Guys, these were shrimp stuffed with crab. It was so amazing. The place when I got here was packed. When I asked the waitress, she told me it was a 2-hour wait. But since I was here all by my lonesome self, I was able to skip the line and go to the bar. Look at their parking lot. Tell me this place is not packed with people right now. It's time to go back home, but like that little thing on Instagram says, surprise, 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 surprise. It's 2:35. Well, my plane was supposed to leave at 2:35. And then we sat on the plane. Then we had to go back to get more fuel. And then we sat on the plane some more. And then at 5:35, they told us to get off. And then at 7:35, we were able to get cleared to go. So we jumped back up on the plane real quickly. There was a time window in Miami that allowed us to fly in. So I didn't have to stay overnight at Baltimore. And so here we are. I guess second time's a charm. And I'm coming home. I did text my boss to let him know that there's a possibility that I will not be coming home tonight. And you know what he said? He said that I am bad luck when it comes to flying because apparently every flight I take is always delayed for a reason or another. And it's not just a small delay, it's a huge delay. Good morning. So I arrived last night at 11, but I am rested well enough to report for jury duty. This is just to see if I'm selected or not. I know it's my civic duty, but I can't help but not want to be a juror. So I am implementing some tricks that someone I know gave me. One of them is to wear a suit. So I am wearing a suit and I'm not going to share the rest because I don't know how legit they are or he was just messing with me. So I'm off to do that. And that's it for this week, you guys. Thank you so much for watching and see you next week.